Apple?
Hi.
Storm dot what?
Storm dash.
Yep.
Knit 4.
KNIT 4 dash gin.
Yep.
GYN.
Yep. OBGYN. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you good? You doing good? Because I'm doing good. If you're doing good and I'm doing good, then that means we are doing good. And that means we are about to run it back again. That's right. This is the world's greatest action sports podcast, a.k.a. the Monday M.A.S.S. Chris Coté and Todd Richards. Todd is watching YouTube.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I'm trying to become part of the podcast. Hi, everybody.
Well, you're being part of the problem, not the
Hi,
solution.
everybody. Guess what? It's Earth Day. Today is the day that we celebrate when the dinosaurs died and their little bits and pieces of them went into the soil and became
Gasoline.
Right?
Happy Earth Day.
Isn't that what Earth Day is about?
I figured something out.
Okay, what?
This is just a little Earth Day minute here. One of my small contributions to the Earth is that when I go surfing, and most of us have wetsuits that have the thing that goes over your head, and you have the little there's a pouch right here, right? A pocket, Todd?
Isn't that called a hood?
It's a trash pocket.
What are you talking about?
This part.
Oh, yeah, I pick up
This is a
shit.
trash pocket. You put trash in there.
I pick up way more trash than you do at the beach.
Good. Because you offset it with the trash coming out of your mouth.
My God, you're not nice. Guys, it is Earth Day.
You survived 420 weekend, man. How did you survive? All those edibles and stuff.
All the edibles. It's really funny. Like you can petition to have any day of the year be like a day.
Right. And how did what
It
is
really
the origin of 420? Like, how did it start? Do you know? I know you're a big 420 enthusiast. How did it start?
I remember hearing like back in then probably early 90s is when the 420 thing like started to become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I remembered like someone saying it was like it had to do with a chemical compound or something. I don't know. Hey, in the chat, what's the 420 thing again?
Yeah.
What is it?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Because we forget. Oh, man.
What is the
Anyway.
What is the 420 thing?
Today is 4/22, April 22nd, 2024, a.k.a. Earth Day. This is the world's greatest action sports podcast. I'm Chris. This is Todd. This podcast is presented by Sunbum. Todd, Sunbum.
Last week, Chris took some Sunbum to the face.
I did. And now I use it on my face every day. Sunbum does not care if you use Sunbum. They just want you to use any kind of sunblock. Todd and I, recommend Sunbum. This stuff is the best.
I'm going to Mexico
It doesn't work.
I'm going to Mexico in 2 weeks.
Oh, this is for you.
Yeah, I need this. This is the best stuff.
I'm gonna put some
Now,
on
hey, I'm going to give you guys a real world heads up.
Okay.
Those of you that are married out there, I know a
Married.
lot of you are because our demographic is skewing older and older.
Yeah.
This stuff, because when you go to take it off, the flesh tone sunscreen,
Yeah.
your white towels, you will destroy all the towels in your house. So find yourself a nice dark towel that you designate as the flesh tone sunscreen remover.
Or you can use some of Sunbum's clear sunblock, or they have white zinc style. So there's a lot of different options. But that's a pro tip for you right there.
Yeah.
Don't ruin your white
Don't
towels.
ruin the white
Ruin them in other
towels.
ways.
Yeah.
What else we got? Spy Optics at Spy Optic. So at Sunbum, follow Sunbum. They've got a lot of great content on their Instagram.
What
as
kind
do
of,
we. Spy Optics? So these are Spy Optic right here. These are RX glasses right here. They're for computer work. They're for reading. And I'll tell you, the Spy Arm Tech is what I would like to spotlight right now. So Spy has there's little like hinges and springs in the arms. Therefore, when I put these on my face, they stay on. They're locked in, but they don't squeeze my brain and give me a headache.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Do all the glasses have this, or just the RX ones? This is the kind of stuff that like this See, people want to know about this
Yeah, that's a pro tip.
stuff. Wow, these are
Presented by Spy. We're full of pro tips. And I can see. Oh my God. What else we got? Opus Footwear at Opus Footwear. Todd, I'm back in the slip-ons now. I was going lace up for a while, and now I'm back in the slip-ons. Got me some new Opus joints. These are for skaters by skaters, DIY, independent, ripping skate shoes that Todd and I love.
Those are new ones.
Yeah, these are new ones.
You know,
brand news.
I wear like I'm on another hunt.
Another hunt.
A hunt for the best walking around shoes that are not skate shoes.
Okay, well, that's a good thing to mention while we're talking about a shoe sponsor that we have
When have
on
we
the podcast.
when have we ever followed
Well,
anything?
I walk around in these.
Do we have a
Opus
spy
footwear.
code for people?
Yeah, M.A.S.S.
M.A.S.S.
Monday M.A.S.S.
Monday is it
Yeah.
Monday M.A.S.S?
Something like that.
At checkout, try M.A.S.S. or
Monday
Monday
M.A.S.S.
M.A.S.S. at checkout. I think it's like 20% off at least.
Basically, you're on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow Opus Footwear at Opus Footwear. Japanese barbecue sauce is a hot topic around the world right now. And thankfully, we are sponsored by the best. If you look behind me, there's your Bachan's Japanese
this
barbecue
is a
sauce.
yuzu, but if you are out there in the wild
In the world.
and you're at a Walmart or you
Anywhere,
the
really.
initial rollout for Walmart is for the honey barbecue sauce.
Put
the
it on your
new
honey-do
one,
list.
The new one that has dropped, and it is banger. It's just starting to find its way into all the grocery stores. The initial rollout was with Walmart.
What do you use it on?
What do I use?
What do you use the honey?
in
The sweet
Prager's?
honey on there?
It's
So far.
amazing on chicken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This weekend I just had like a vegetable rice bowl and put it's like
Wow.
it's basically like a I don't know, it's almost like a sweet teriyaki sauce. It's so
Okay.
good.
I'm down.
Yeah.
It's at Try Bachan's. If you haven't tried it yet, do it. We got Machu Picchu Energy right here. Todd, drink this one. It's from last show. I think it's still going to be good.
I'm not going to drink that one, but I will
Okay.
snap into this one.
Well, we assure you that week-old Machu Picchu Energy is still good.
It has
but
the
now
same
Todd's
amount-
got the freshies.
It's the same amount of energy
Oh yeah.
from a week ago.
You know, I think when we did drink this last week, I was pumped for the rest of the day.
I was jacked up.
Yeah, I loved it.
You know what I call Machu Picchu? The midday motivator is what I call it.
I like
you know what I
that.
mean?
I like that.
If you need a little pick me up right around noon,
Okay.
you know, your coffee's worn off from the morning and you need a little midday pick me up, I say snap into a Machu Picchu.
Boom. Love it. And speaking of, so you got your midday motivator. What about your morning motivator? If you live in the Encinitas area, if you go to the San Diego airport, if you live in Oceanside, if you live near Carlsbad's Palomar Airport Road, Pannikin Coffee and Tea is the morning wake-up call that we all need. I was there this morning. The homie, Pannikin Tony, one of the best dudes out,
I'm gonna
was wearing a Monday M.A.S.S. shirt.
I'm gonna take this.
Yeah.
I think I need
That's
this.
for you.
Okay.
Which product is this?
This is the Mineral 50.
That's what I'm saying.
My wife is always telling me that you want to use a mineral sunscreen.
Yeah. Well, wives know. Your wife knows. What else we got? So at Pannikin Coffee and Tea, please follow them. And we've got the Dana Point Film Festival happening May 2nd through 5th. That is in Dana Point, California. The big festivities are happening at Salt Creek Beach. You know that grass hill at Salt Creek? When's the last time you've been to Salt Creek?
Long time.
So there's a giant grass hill, huge screen at the bottom of the hill. It's free for everybody. Come on down. On May 3rd, Sunbender is playing along with DJ Kurt. I'll be DJing a little bit myself. The big draw there is it's Volcom Night. They're going to show Munch. They're going to show Volcom Films, Volcom Team Riders. I'm sure there'll be some free Volcom swag, free stuff, Todd, if you don't know the millennial terms. So that's happening on May 3rd, and it goes the whole weekend long at Dana Point Film Festival. So that's your opening ad block.
Okay.
The favorite ad block of the top of the show, the second favorite ad block, equally important, will be coming up later. Todd, I just want to give a shout out to Dylan Stark and the 420 Bike Jam that happened this weekend, Lake Elsinore. And I want to also give a shout out to Lake Elsinore in general.
Why?
Because Lake Elsinore, when you drive in, from what I heard in the past, right? Lake Elsinore, it's like motocross, kind of tweaky, kind of sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's pockets. But what I really enjoyed about Lake Elsinore they had an amazing. So basically, they say their tagline is something like "Live Extreme" or something like that. So
And
they really,
Lake Elsinore has a tagline.
yeah. So on the big sign, "Welcome to Lake Elsinore, Live Extreme" or "Extreme Living" or whatever it is. But they've really leaned into skateboarding, mountain biking. Maybe your thing's not turned on. The power cord. So we have a power cord over here.
You're not turned on.
Turn it. Well, it is turned on because my light's on.
Well,
Anyway,
keep going.
Lake Elsinore, Live Extreme. So went out there. My son London and his homies rode at the 420 Bike Jam. It was epic. I mean, this crew has dug the craziest mountain biking wonderland it's like in a ravine with trees. It was super sick. Everyone there was super nice. Boys were charging. It definitely was a 420 jam. There was
Hey, shouts out to mountain bike and
mountain biking in general.
BMX
Yeah.
trail diggers and jump diggers.
It was sick. And so
It's a lot of like effort.
it was cool because I felt comfortable dropping my teenage son and his homie off on the side of the road. I'm like, I trust these mountain bike dwellers in this canyon. I don't know them, but I trust them. Drop them off. My other son, Roman, and I went to the Lake Elsinore skate park, which was crazy. What a wild park. Super fun. Then we went down to the lake. He did parkour. We just had a great day. Shout out Lake Elsinore.
Wow, I didn't do half as
that's my
half
week.
as much
That's
cool,
my Saturday.
cool shit as you did.
That was my 420. And just so you know, some Sunbender news. Sunbender just dropped a live version of Tension, recorded at the Casbah. That's on our Bandcamp page. 3 Sunbender shows. May 3rd, Dana Point Film Festival. May 10th at Booze Brothers with Crasher. May 19th at the Wayfarer Costa Mesa with Human. And with that, wait, did you want to give us a weekend update? What did you do this
I
weekend?
didn't do anything. I didn't do a shit.
Wow.
No, you know what I did? I
You welcomed May Gray into the world.
we made a new garden.
Oh.
We put some DG, a little DG path. We planted some trees.
Was that for Earth Day prequel?
No, but I mean, it's just coincidental.
What kind? Oh, it was a 420 garden. I get it. So you planted marijuana
No,
at your house.
apples.
Apples.
Anna
An apple tree?
Anna apple trees. We have several Anna apple trees at our house.
So how long do we have to wait till we get to eat some apples from your garden?
I'm thinking like probably by June they'll be popping.
Next June?
No, this June.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I planted corn.
All right.
not too long ago.
You did?
Yeah.
No.
This is an action sports
Great.
podcast.
Great.
Surf News is brought to you by Hanson Surfboards at Hanson Surfboards. Margret River Pro, a.k.a. Surfing's Red Wedding. Todd, I cried watching this surf event because of the Sammy Pupo versus Miguel Pupo brother heat. Whoever lost this heat was immediately cut
Mm-hmm.
from the championship tour. This was some Game of Thrones shit right here. These two brothers are some of the nicest, just coolest people. And they go out there and you could just feel oh God, did you watch that?
It was the most exhilarating double poopo that I've seen since Two Girls, One Cup.
Oh God, it was beautiful. It was bittersweet. It was heartbreaking. Sammy got the win. His post-interview, he couldn't even speak. He was crying. I called my brother immediately after. I love you, bro. And I also like that the younger brother beat the older brother, but that's a personal thing. John Florence and Jack Robinson went off. Both of them just easily decimating the field.
Huge shouts out.
You got shouts out.
I did?
Go ahead.
I said huge shout out to Kaipo for mislabeling at the end. I thought that was great.
Last year.
I thought that was this year.
No, where he said John Florence.
Oh, that was last year?
Bro, where have you been?
I don't know. I just watched. I just saw. I didn't see the
That was
actual
a
final.
redo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was great
Nope.
though.
He nailed it, and I like that they were joking around about that, but I mean, again,
So good.
so great
Dude,
to
how's-
see a contest with sick waves.
John's 10 was just
Oh my God,
mental.
John Florence, and I mean both those guys. What a rad duo to have in surfing right now. What other big movers? Seth Moniz got it together, made a bunch of heats, jumped 11 spots up on the rankings, saved his ass, made the cut, and big ups to George Pitar. You watch George Pitar surf?
Mm-mm.
He's amazing.
He was the wild card. Yeah.
Wild card came through, and your guy Gabriel Medina cried again. That was last week. but we'd have to mention some of the highlights that happened, or should we say, some of the crylights that happened. And on the women's side of the draw, Gabriella Bryan smashed her way to victory, along with rookie Sire Lindblad. So both of these surfers came out swinging all the way through, dodging the cutoff line, making it into the next phase of the championship tour, which starts May 22nd at the end of the road, Todd.
I feel like that we need to address, though, the Kelly Slater retiring clips.
Yeah, we did get called
That
out
was a
on our
huge-
YouTube
We did?
page.
Why? People watch
forget-
that?
Yeah, somebody, I forget who it was, basically saying like, and in other news, the greatest surfer of all time retires, and you guys missed it. Well, we didn't miss it.
No, we were busy
It didn't
in-
happen yet.
We were busy in Skate Nerd.
Well, we didn't have a time machine either.
Chris is still trying to recover from his devastating loss in Skate Nerd.
I'm still, you know what? I rewatched it, and I want
No.
to apologize.
No.
I came in very cocky.
You did?
Came off as cocky, came in as cocky, left humbled. So shake my hand. Good job, Todd.
That's okay. You can come in cocky.
I can lose too. And when I lose, I don't complain about it. I regroup. I start doing my research for the rematch, which is happening next month. I don't know when, but it's happening.
All right, but anyway, I think we should shout out to Kelly, because it did happen kind of like right after we wrapped our podcast last week.
Like a minute after.
I think it's it's been a long journey for that guy, and he is now embarking on another one. He's going to have probably a baby in the lineup. We're just big fans of having babies
Like in the ocean?
in the ocean.
They're going to have their baby out there? Keep the baby off the board till it's at least 5. I don't like babies on
You
board.
want babies in there.
So here's one thing. Okay. I'm the biggest Kelly Slater fan in this whole office right now. The word retire, though, to me is a bit of a misnomer.
Well, he's done that
He did not by choice take himself out of his job.
How many
did he?
times? Kelly's retired several times
Right.
already.
But has he ever retired?
No, and I don't think he's retired now. I think he's going to get some wild cards into some events and fuck shit up for some people.
I think technically he got laid off. If that's his job, if he would have made that heat, he would still be employed at his job.
I don't know about that.
But retired, it was kind of a not his
He
choice.
got a pretty sick severance. If he got laid off, then Kelly Slater's severance package is
It's pretty good.
mongo.
Well, I believe that Kelly Slater obviously is the greatest of all time in any sport, in my opinion. I'm hoping, it's probably going to happen. He's going to get a wild card into the outer known Tahiti Pro.
Yeah, and he's going to fuck shit up because Kelly is very comfortable in that wave.
Well, get this. I actually have some news. So this was on Beach Grit. If Kelly Slater gets wild cards to Tahiti, Cloud Break, and ends up winning one and doing okay in the other, let's say he makes 2 semis, he will maybe have enough points to secure a place for next year and requalify for the championship tour if he places above the 22nd surfer. So there are theories out there on how Kelly Slater could potentially requalify. Will he accept requalification? We don't know. Will he accept wild cards into big events like Tahiti and Cloud Break? God hope so.
I
Those
don't
events
think
are not the same
I don't
without
think
Kelly.
he can stay away. And it's like, I have
Because he hasn't said the word retire yet.
I
Have you
feel-
heard it?
I feel like people like that, Kelly's a shark. He needs to keep swimming.
Yeah.
And it's like just people that are so hungry and the competition drives them. Because Kelly's not like it's not like he relaxes off of the surfboard.
Right.
He is hyper competitive in every aspect of his life.
Yeah. So I hope he gets as many wild cards as he wants. I love it. We all love Kelly. We want, everyone wants to see it. Another big story in Margret River was the dolphins. You love to see it. You love to see dolphins surfing waves. Anyway, Kolohe Andino and the 2% movement is happening. Here are some things that Kolohe Andino has said recently regarding 2%, which now I think we know that it's a clothing company, right? And a production company.
I thought it was milk.
Okay. Quote, since the industry went from mags and movies to TikTok and Instagram, we have seen the entire fabric of it ripped to shreds.
Right?
sideways, back and forth, into pieces, on the floor. Your dogs to piss on, your baby to puke on. I like that. Core surf brand, vibe, production. Okay, that's what it is. It's a core surf brand. It's a vibe. It's a production company. Movies, merch drops, music and art, zagging when everyone else is zigging. Literally an in-person brand. You can put your finger on what it is that embodies global surfing culture. Surfing, not sailing.
Youth against
Whoa.
establishment. Wait.
Was that a John diss?
I think that was a John diss.
Surfing, not sailing, not foiling. Kaileni diss. Fucking surfing. Not a brand. A fucking movement. And never doing things for the masses.
This sounds like a gym
So you got a
mantra.
JJF diss, you got a Kaileni diss, a Hurley diss, a Florence Machine diss. I like a good, friendly rivalry
Right.
with some disses like that. I'm here for it.
I feel like that's
Would you wear a 2% hoodie t-shirt?
No, because I have a contract.
Oh.
But that kind of like
We are
that,
with the surf industry.
like that mission statement. I hate to say it, dude. It's pretty fucking cringe. It kind of sounds like something you'd write on the wall while you're wailing on your fucking calves. You know what I mean?
Wait,
like
wailing on what?
I don't know.
Your
Your
what?
your legs.
Calf day?
When you're hitting the calves hard.
Oh, like at the gym.
When you're wailing your glutes. That's like I could picture that like in one of those like frames where it's like there's a mountain or maybe a fucking eagle. And like a explosion behind it, and it
Yeah.
has all that shit written on there, and you're like, "Fuck!"
It's like
That's
I think it's kind of punk rock to just put it all out there.
It's not
You know
even. You know what punk rock is these days? Punk rock is fucking.
Oh, punk rock is the guy I saw riding one of those motorized unicycle things over giant dirt jumps,
Okay, that
holding a bong.
he was holding a bong. Did he eat shit?
No. Punk rock is the guy I saw on a brakeless BMX bike fly into the air and knew he was landing in the flats and he bailed his bike.
BMXers are the most
That's
punk.
punk
They're
rock.
they're fucking punk.
Digging. At least Coté and Todd didn't say this is not for mountain bikers. I think it's you think it's cringe.
I think
it's kind of cool just
for
to
me.
throw all
it's-
that shit out there.
For me, it's really funny that coming up in the age that we did and like the era is to like you to be punk rock. You just were. You didn't have a fucking
Yeah.
punk rock mission statement that you were gonna like follow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You just were like you were fucking punk because you were doing something that everyone else didn't do. And you just took like for skating, we got fucking beat up. For snowboarding, got fucking spit on off the lifts. And even like Christian Fletcher was punk rock because he was going so against the grain that everyone fucking hated him, and he changed the sport.
Well, this is going against the grain in ways. I do like that they're calling out other companies, and it's yet to see if this is actually going to be the antithesis of all these other companies.
Mm-hmm.
But I like something different.
I like different
I like
too.
something
It'd be funny to watch how this pans out.
Yeah, I mean, good clean shit talking is always welcome,
Mhm.
in my opinion, as long as you're not being personal about it. German big wave surfer Sebastian Sudner has surfed the possibly biggest wave ever measured. Again, 93.7 feet. So this is more of old news that's now become new news because your friends at Porsche Engineering and Team Studner. So big wave surfing is a lot different, right? You got Kolohe and the 2% crew kind of like poking the other industry companies, like this. But then you got big wave tow-in surfers and their Team Porsche. and they're the one guy who rides the waves has a Team Studner. So it's like you're one guy and you have a team and you're sponsored by Porsche Engineering. And Porsche used state-of-the-art drone technology to measure the wave, and official confirmation is still pending. So I love that in big wave surfing, you can put out a
Are
press
they using
release.
lasers and shit?
Lasers, drones, laser drones. You can put out a press release and say that you rode the biggest wave because your team measured it, and it's pending, but it's the biggest wave. Interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
93 feet is pretty.
That's really
Freaking
big, dude.
Man, more dissing happening on the internet.
What's that?
Surfing.
I-
You know
I'm
who
here.
Sydney Sweeney is?
Yeah.
She's an actress. So she is actually kind of a ripping kite surfer. 2% is not for kite surfing. I think we know that. But Sydney Sweeney is all about it. Sydney Sweeney was dissed by a producer of another woman who's a producer and said, she's pretty but can't act. Burn.
Wow.
So Sydney took to the gram.
Do you think Sydney goes home and cries herself to sleep on a gigantic money-filled mattress?
She's like stuffing $100 bills under her pillow because it's a little lumpy. Well,
who cares?
She said, how sad that a woman in a position to share her expertise and experience chooses instead to attack another woman.
Oh, so it was another woman.
Yeah, woman on woman.
That smells like jealousy.
That does. So the producer was named something Bomb.
Bong?
And she was in the film Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So she's obviously in a position to call out other people for acting.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a very underrated television show.
I think Sydney Sweeney is an underrated kite surfer. She was kite surfing in a pretty revealing outfit.
Now, when you say kite surfing, like she's standing on it or she's like doing it?
What?
Because cats can stand on a skateboard and people are like, oh, it's...
no, she was actually like...
Okay, she was doing it.
Yeah, like on a wakeboard, but with the kite.
Got it.
Did you say cat?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got cat news for you, Todd.
Okay, what is
I know
it?
you love cats. Okay, so a couple has been accused of abusing their cat by internet trolls. Nick Haney and Kayla Tabish's cat, Maverick, has garnered global attention for its amazing surfing abilities. This is the cat that looks like a cheetah. It's like a dotted cat. So I see you frowning, Todd.
This might be worse than babies.
So this couple has gotten a lot of backlash and backwash. The cat's trying to surf. Because the couple realized they had a very active cat. And they took it slow. And they realized that they just wanted to get the cat outside a little bit, but they couldn't find a harness that worked for cats, so they invented their own. Because small dog harnesses do not work for cats, Todd. They invented a cat harness called the Surfer Cat. It's an escape-proof leash, so you can take your cat on a walk. But they've gone much further.
Okay.
They take their cat. They're in Italy. They take their cat to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
They take their cat surfing, paddle boarding. They take their cat on walks, and the cat seems to love it. So, where do you draw the line? They have taken this cat surfing. They've taken it slow, introducing it to water, and the cat seems to revel in the idea of going outside and, being around. Their whole motto is to smash the deception that cats don't have to stay home. Let me try that again. Our whole motto is to smash the deception that cats don't have to stay home. Why do you lock your cats inside and don't let them go surfing, Todd?
Look, it's hard enough to get someone to watch my fucking cat when I want to go and do shit. Now I got to worry about getting the cat dressed to go fucking snowboarding.
Well,
my kids, it's so hard to get them to put their boots on and to bring all their shit. Now I got to worry about fucking Duchess. I got to bring her shit to the hill.
You have a cat named Duchess?
I'm just throwing names out there.
Oh.
Duchess would be a great name for a Persian. But now we have to outfit cats.
Have you ever taken your cat on a walk in a harness?
No, cats don't fucking go for walks.
Maverick does. Maverick goes surfing. You should show your cats video of Maverick and see what the reaction is. Our neighbors to the north in Canada have had their national championships. The Herring Nation is stoked because Reed Platanius and Sanoa Olin are your Canadian national champions. Herring be with you.
Herring what?
I wish I had a tin.
What is the championship?
The Rip Curl Canadian National Championships.
Of what?
Of surfing.
Okay.
We're in surfing.
I thought you were talking about a herring.
I have a herring tin I could
No.
pop.
Nope. We don't need that.
Herring be with you,
We
Todd.
don't need that.
Congrats to our guy Greg Browning and Mike Balzer, along with David Nueva. They are being inducted into the Surfers Walk of Fame in Hermosa Beach. And for your longboarding pleasure, right now, the Surf City El Salvador ISA World Longboarding Championships is happening at El Sunzal. And as always,
Pumping.
it's pumping in El Salvador. Surf City is holding. I've never seen it not pumping in El Salvador, especially El Sunzal. So Good luck to my friends and family at the ISA World Longboarding Championships coming up next month.
I noticed you're not
ISA
there.
World
Are
Junior
you-
Championships are happening.
Are you going?
I'm going to Tahiti.
Okay. Oh, you are?
May 22nd.
No shit.
That's right. We're gonna have to do a.
You're back on the WSL
I made
slurp.
the cut. I
You
made
did.
the cut.
Who's it going to be? Who are the commentators?
I don't know.
Who do you think it's going to be? Kaipo Guerrero?
Probably.
Do you think Strider will be in the channel?
Definitely. I would hope so.
Rosie Hodge?
Hopefully.
Joe Trappell?
I don't. I would maybe.
Wow.
Well, because I'm the other. I'm another play-by-play guy. So your play-by-play experts on the WSL: Joe Turpel,
Mhm.
Ronnie Blakey, myself.
Mm-hmm.
Kaipo does some play-by-play, but he's usually an analyst. No, Kaipo's what am I talking about? Kaipo is an amazing
He's
play-by-play.
both.
He does everything.
Yeah.
I think Kaipo is now potentially the greatest utility commentator there is.
Wow.
He's on ladders. He's in the water.
Mm-hmm.
He does the wrap-up shows. He's killing it. I really enjoyed the commentary teams in Australia. Stace Gilbrath in the post heaters was great. The ladies were great. It was great.
Cool.
Everything's great. Everything's fine. Everything's awesome.
Earth Day.
Earth Day.
Okay, what's next?
Mid-show ad block. New Greens, Todd.
New Greens.
Oh, yeah.
What can we
Give-
say
give-
that hasn't
give
been
me
said about
something
New
about New
Greens?
Greens.
Listen,
Okay.
you want to outlive your friends.
'Kay.
You need to do at least
Why don't I
one
want to
thing.
share New Greens with them and we can all live long together?
That's not the way it works, Chris.
Oh, this is a
You want to
spite.
dominate people. You want to be spite healthy. It's the new thing that is sweeping TikTok right now.
Spite health.
Spite health. You want to be healthier than the person that you can't stand so that you can rub it in their face
When they die.
They die.
That's
New
good.
Greens. Live longer. Outlive
Spite
your
health.
friends. Brag about your health.
I think spite health is a good hashtag.
Spite health is good.
Mammoth Mountain at Mammoth Mountain.
I was
still
just
open.
talking to Gabe Taylor
Gabe Taylor of Mammoth
on
Mountain.
my messenger. I said, "Hey, Gabe, when does Mammoth close?" And he said, "At least we're going to Memorial Day, so that is the 25th of May at least." And I swear
That's
to God,
a month from now.
there's more snow. There's more snow than they know what to do with.
Let's go.
Parks, the
We got to get there before the end of the season.
in snowboard news, we will talk about this, but the World Quarterpipe Championships are coming up May 3rd
Tight.
at Mammoth, so you can go there and check that out. So that's Mammoth Mountain, and that is just up the road.
Just up the road at Mammoth Mountain, Pedal Electric at pedal.electric, the best e-bikes in the world. Todd and I ride them. Guess who I saw? You gifted a bike
Mhm.
to a legend,
Sean Sheffy.
and I saw him riding it yesterday.
Actually, just got a call from Sean Sheffy this morning. We need to help him fix his brake reservoir.
Okay. At pedal.electric, hit him up. Vessel.com, Vessel Shipping. Vessel Shipping has helped me immensely because my son has started a mountain bike parts business. And so he's tapped into Vessel.com as well. This is when you sell something, you ship it with ease at Vessel.com. At Mint Tours, we got a Mint Tours update
Oh,
coming at you in snow
they're
news.
coming down here on Wednesday, you know.
Yeah, we're going to get
We're
minty
gonna talk to
with
them.
our homies. And diecutstickers.com. At diecutstickers.com. Skate News is brought to you by Opus Footwear. For skateboarders, by skateboarders. Do something a little different, right? Wear some shoes that feel good and look good. Opus Footwear.
All right, what do we got? Skate
Local
news.
hero. If you're in the Southern California, San Diego, Encinitas area, Braden Hoban, who learned how to skate just over the hill at the Encinitas YMCA, killed it in front of his whole family,
Mangled it.
all his friends.
Very, very precise
SLS
skateboarding.
this
And
weekend.
to see someone that is not from Japan on top of the leaderboard at Street League is very unusual these days.
Or Brazil.
Or Brazil. So
This was and he dresses normal. He wears Rock Band T-shirts, no sponsored hat.
Mhm.
He looks like he's going to skate the 10 stair down the
Yeah,
street,
and
he's
he's
doing it in front of. It was
goes
so I
huge.
mean, amazing to see him do that in front of like his hometown crowd. He was giving his grandma a hug afterwards.
we have a question
What?
in the chat. here.
Question in the chat.
It says we
QIC.
I
QITC. What?
think it's
Did you lose it?
Ivy Lem says or JV what is I don't who's this?
Todd's not good at reading.
Anyway, I
your-
can't read
your
because my
name.
glasses are. We talked about surfing cats. What about the dog that was skateboarding at SLS at Rowdy_Dachshund?
Rowdy the Dachshund is a legend, an icon in skateboarding. That dog loves to skate. Goes downstairs, does it all. You know Rowdy.
No. I don't follow pets that fucking do action sports.
Okay. Well, I don't follow babies that do action sports, so we have that in common. Haisa Leo won it for the women. Just skated perfect.
For a lot of first,
all our
a lot of
friends-
first tries.
All of our friends on the skate announcer text chain we have, they were right here and you saw all of them, right? They hung out. They come in.
Nope, they don't. They don't even talk to us when they come to town because
Alex White did.
They're too good.
Alex White texted me.
I didn't hear from her.
I didn't see her in person, but
Chris,
she gave me a 20-minute window to hang out with her. But just Andrew, Paul.
I'd like to talk
everybody
about
else.
a big skateboarding
Horace.
holiday that's coming up in May. Of course, that
420 already
is
passed.
Cinco de Mongo.
Oh.
It is the day in skateboard history where the pushing normal overshadowed and conquered the Mongo surf style push.
So
Cinco de Mongo.
are we supposed to push Mongo on Cinco de Mongo as a
No.
shout out
No.
to
No,
pushing Mongo?
We've defeated the Mongo.
Okay.
The
And is
last-
it short for Mongoloid?
I don't know.
See, I think I just
The
I just
last
figured it out.
the last person I think to aggressively pursue skateboarding Mongo in a street competition was Bill Danforth.
Yeah.
And it was very awkward to watch
Save
him
that
do
for
that.
Skate Nerd.
That's right.
So wait, I honestly think I just figured out why it's called pushing Mongo, because it's pushing Mongoloid. Tony Hawk, are you watching?
What does that mean though?
Pushing like a Mongoloid. You're pushing like a Mongo.
What's a-
Mongo pushing.
What's a Mongoloid? How do they?
It's that Devo song.
Okay.
Don't try to cancel me, bro. You can't.
Cinco de
Nothing wrong with
Mongo.
saying that.
Okay. What else do you have here?
Oh, Samsung Electronics, a worldwide Olympic and Paralympic partner today, launched a new documentary series starring legends of skateboarding. Eric Costin, Sky Brown, Grant Britton, and Chris Coté.
Can we talk about?
Filmed right here in this office with 6 HD beautiful cameras.
Really?
I actually thought this was probably the best interview, talking head type of thing one of the best things that I've ever been a part of.
Better than the last gifted hater about the current state of
Different. It was
finance
different.
in
It's
skateboarding.
different.
It's different. Oh,
No, but it's a documentary series. There's a surfing one called The Next Wave, a breakdancing one called Breaking Boundaries, and the one that I was in was called Concrete Dreams. It was really good. I'll admit it. But tell me about what. So Todd is new.
Sorry.
Todd is new to the world of Gifted Hater.
I never really.
I've been watching him for 5 years.
I never really paid
4 years.
attention to gifted hater.
Okay.
To be honest, I've got so much other stuff.
You don't have
I'm
time for hate.
consuming. I have all the time in the world for hate. I just wasn't introduced.
Plenty of time for hate.
I wasn't
I've
introduced
been
to.
telling you about Gifted Hater for a long time.
I know. I just didn't. But
No
obviously,
dragons, no. Yeah.
yeah. It's my YouTube consumption is that it's very narrow window. But I've recently been opening up my my eyes a little bit. My
Good.
peripheral vision's a little wider.
Good.
I will say this, that I love discourse. I don't like, not
You
everyone.
don't like hate for hate's
No,
sake.
I'd like everyone to be able to have opinions, and I think that's what makes everything cool. Is like, you can have an opinion and back it up, and if it's, if that's your opinion, great. He is a very articulate gentleman,
Yeah.
really good skater,
Oh yeah.
Really
He
good
writes for
skater.
Sci-Fi Fantasy.
and I think it's
picked by Jerry Sue.
like his last video on kind of the like what we're considering.
Mikey and P-Rod is the video you're talking about.
Yes, and it was just a little bit. Did you ever see Ruben and Ed? Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Okay, so in Ruben and Ed, there is, like, I should say this. It gets a little fine, like a little crypto bro for me.
Okay.
And
Who? Ruben and Ed?
No, like
Oh,
it's
Mikey and
just the
P-Rod?
Mikey and the P-Rod thing. Like these guys are such incredible skaters that have contributed to. It's just like Ken Block always told me, I don't watch snowboarders' Instagrams for mediocre skate clips.
Right.
And I honestly think that that kind of applies. Like, I'm not watching skaters for financial advice.
Right.
Like, if all of a sudden I came out and did a Star Wars podcast, sure. Like, that's part of my persona from day one.
Okay.
But if I suddenly came on and started to do a podcast about yoga, or maybe that's bad. I don't know.
That was a little far off.
That's a little far.
I understand what you're saying.
You know,
I
I
feel
just-
like the vernacular and the terminology used in the original video that Gifted Hater is commenting on is cringy. That is the definition of cringe.
I don't
for
know. It's
me.
just like there's like the dime a dozen like financial people that are telling you that you suck on Instagram and you're blowing it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like that whole.
Well, I'm talking about people as
It's like
commodities.
it's like
well, you know, you got to trim the fat, and that means
it's like
firing people.
fast food finance.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The problem is, so I've met P-Rod a couple times.
He's
a bro.
great.
He's super cool.
Mikey's like the nicest human ever. But it's like, you know, I don't know. It's just like I think that there was some valid points made in that Gifted Hater thing, just kind of about like, you know,
It's the terminology
fast,
that they're using.
and also the fast fashion selling of these sports that we love, and
Yeah.
not, you know, maybe not a lot of heart or I don't know.
Well,
People,
one of his main points was, okay, so
it ain't all
primitive,
about
like-
making money.
like Primitive basically is a collaboration brand, and he's going, well, like, where's the creativity there?
Luke Cederman says that we could do way better with this podcast if we just gave financial advice.
Okay, do you have any financial advice? You're
Yes.
the rich one between
Okay,
us.
here we go.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Luke Cederman watches the Monday M.A.S.S.
Apparently,
Oh my God! You know he's wearing glasses now.
he is.
Yeah, just like these,
You're shitting me.
and a beanie.
I did
Where's
hear.
my beanie?
Yep.
Well, now Luke's wearing glasses and a beanie, so I got to like he's
Financial advice.
more
What would be
popular
your
than me.
financial advice?
my financial advice is this.
2 in the hand is better than 3 in the bush.
Okay,
Wait.
if you're gonna spend money,
Mhm.
spend it on things like Nerds clusters, ice cream on a Friday night, 4 scoops. Spend it on organic chicken.
Buy
$1 more.
real estate 20 years ago. That is my financial advice for you.
Here's some financial advice. When you make money, don't spend more than you made. Because if you spend more than you made, your money goes down,
Mm.
and your net worth and your accruement, you know, your crypto averages, and you know, you got to trim the fat, Todd. Right?
I say we just throw some ideas against the board and see what sticks.
I feel like if you're not accruing the detailed synopsis of the finances, you're not doing it right.
And at the
What
state,
is your account telling you?
wow, the state of interest rates is just right now. It's
State Farm, you're in good hands.
okay. That's good.
Jack's Links.
I think.
If you're getting paid by Jack's Links Jerky and you don't send any Jack's Links Jerky to your friends who have a podcast that you watch, Luke, then what are you even doing?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Chris.
I love beef jerky. Okay?
I hear you.
New Zealand, I didn't even know Jack's Link Jerky existed in New Zealand until I started watching Raglan Surf Report.
Whoever
if
smelt
I'm-
it, dealt it.
If I'm in New Zealand, I will be buying Jack's Links. And I will be finding Luke Cederman. And I'm going to pay him. You want to talk finances? I'll pay him to spray me.
With what?
Whatever he wants.
Sunscreen. Okay, that's enough of our
Okay.
financial advice.
Woo!
Wow.
I'm just still blown away that Raglan Surf Report watches us.
I just like to share my financial
Okay.
wisdom with as many strangers as I can.
So wait, let me just circle back. I just want to say, you know me, everybody knows me, I'm Mr. Positivity. Some would say toxically positive. But one thing I don't like is when people hate on people, places, or things or ideas without backing it up with a little bit of research, a little bit of ideation to potentially help with the hate. And that's one thing the Gifted Hater does in an incredibly well-spoken, well-researched way. He doesn't just hate to hate. He hates for a purpose. And he backs it up with facts and details. And yes, he's hated on some of our friends. But I think he's well-respected in the skate world because he's a gifted hater.
Hate us.
And that's it. I'll see you guys later.
Okay. That was a lot.
Buy Dogecoin.
6 years ago. All right. So now that we've
Okay.
switched, we're going to go back to our regularly
Okay,
scheduled
so I was on
programming.
a really great Samsung documentary. And did I tell you Sunbender was playing? What else we got? I just randomly had this thought. What's up with the barracks?
I haven't thought about
I
the
went.
barracks in a long
I
time.
think about the barracks sometimes, and I went to the website today, and the last post was we're moving the skate park, but I haven't heard or seen anything. So I'd like a barracks update. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all this stuff. So I like the barracks. I like Battle at the Barracks. I like watching people do tricks in that park. So hopefully they're rebuilding the park. We don't know. Okay, you know what? All that other stuff we've been talking about is bullshit. It's all about this. The skate motor stick.
What does this do?
This is the REM limitless propulsion stick. So you talk about pushing Mongo. Other people talk about pushing a skateboard in general. That's old. That's old school shit. We got a foldable propulsion stick. It was invented in Barcelona for skaters and inline skaters. Working together.
What's a propulsion stick?
Let me explain this to you. You want to go 25 miles per hour on your skateboard or inline skates, Todd?
I use a hill.
You cannot push that fast.
No.
I've seen you push. You can probably go 16, not 25. What we have here, the REM by Limitless Propulsion, foldable propulsion stick. This is a stick like a stand-up paddle. And on the end of it, there's a wheel and a motor. And you just touch the ground with it and you fly. So you are holding a giant
I have
stick.
so many questions.
Go ahead, hit me with them because I'm
So,
an expert at
Where does the
foldable propulsion sticks.
Is it electric?
Yes, it's electric.
Okay, so it's a.
Think of it as a bow staff with a wheel on the back.
Okay, so
that propels
think
you
of it as
forward.
a portable bow staff.
Yeah.
That,
It's portable.
That weighs 70 pounds.
It might be 60 or 70 pounds, but you go 25 miles per hour.
So basically, think of you holding a very thick tree branch.
Yeah.
That
Go
makes you
on.
go forward.
Well, you are an expert at this.
I'm just trying to relate it.
So think of it as if you're stand-up paddling like
Right.
this, but you're on rollerblades in the streets of Barcelona.
Now, do they say anything about using rollerblades?
Oh yeah,
Because I could see this.
it's for
being-
skaters and bladers.
And bladers.
This is one of the first products that we can all agree on is fucking awesome. Okay, it's a stick that propels you,
What if you have two sticks?
dude. 50 miles an hour.
Dueling sticks.
50 miles an hour.
50
double
miles an hour.
sticked. Usually, because a lot of people have to use two hands,
Right.
but you're strong. I think you could do it.
Two
To
sticks.
me, I put this in the category. You know, the fins with the
motors.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. So, a revolutionary product.
I just wonder.
I want it all.
Like
I want
here,
fins with
we're
engines,
we're gonna go.
sticks,
We're gonna go back to
wheels.
financial advice. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
You can either keep the money in your bank account, or you can throw it in a fan and try to come up with an idea like a propulsion stick that will never fucking catch on, and the thing is gonna cost $500 a stick.
Todd, I wish you would have told me this a week ago because the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm an investor. I've invested $15,000 in the
Foldable
REM.
propulsion stick was
Foldable
actually Chris's
propulsion
nickname in high school.
Yeah, and still. I don't know if I'm going to recoup. Financial term.
I say
Recoup means get back.
You know-
ROI, return on investment. That's what I'm hoping
I like
for.
to use the analog propulsion stick and just find a hill. Go down.
Yeah, you're old school, bro. You're old head. The new school's using the stick.
Mm-hmm.
We propel ourselves with a stick, the propulsion stick.
Propellafant.
I mean,
What else do you have?
that's it.
That is
That's how you skate news. Skateboarding as we know it is over.
that is the single dumbest fucking idea I've ever
Because-
heard in my life.
Well, again, I'm an investor, so when I'm rich,
Nice knowing you, savings account
ROI.
All right.
When I'm
Snow
rich,
news
I'm gonna rub it in your face. I'm gonna propel myself right by your house
It's
via my stick.
brought to you by Mammoth Mountain. That is not closing until at least Memorial Day, and they've got sick parks.
We're talking about snowboarding in trunks and boots. That's it.
Would you?
Yeah.
All right.
That
Put your
might-
money
that
where your
might
mouth
hurt.
is.
I'll snowboard in jeans, Scotch guarded jeans,
Chris,
no shirt.
I have, since today is Earth Day, I figure we should lead the
Okay.
Earth Day discussion with. Are you familiar
You
with?
just pulled news up on your computer.
I
I'm
did.
proud
That's
of
why I
you.
brought this.
Okay.
686. Are you familiar with this company?
Yeah, it's 2 more than
Okay, you're gonna say something dumb.
10, 20 more than the devil.
686 has been a force in snowboard apparel for a very long time. They were always that company that was just doing the right things. You know, they weren't a flash in the pan brand. They've been
around for a minute,
putting
doing
the
it right.
hard work in.
Yeah.
And here they are. 686 drops the news today on Earth Day that they are now a certified B Corp. Since 686 is not a certified B Cup, at least a D. And so
What's a B Corp?
B Corp is they meet all the guidelines of sustainability.
Oh.
You know, look,
Is that me?
that is not you.
Look at the lower left.
No, it's Danny
That's
Cass.
Dew Tour.
That's Danny Cass. That's not you.
Thought it was me.
But Mike
That's how
West.
hey, that's how you want to be.
Mike West is a G, and 686 has.
so many letters in this story.
There's a lot of letters here, but
Way
anyways.
to be 686.
686 meets all the criteria to be a sustainable company and doing their part for the Earth on Earth Day. Solid,
And every other day.
solid B Cup.
I'm gonna invest in them.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's $50,000 sound?
Sounds like great.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. Like we said earlier, Mint Tours as tours running in New Zealand through July, August, and September. Todd and I both put New Zealand as one of the best places on the planet.
Mm-hmm. I would like to go there. And if they're coming here on Wednesday, if the Mint
Maybe they
Tours
could
people are
take you
coming
back.
here on Wednesday, I would like to go back to New Zealand because
That's where Luke Cederman lives.
Luke Cederman, I'm not going to
Does he
visit him.
throw spray on a snowboard like he does on a surfboard?
I don't even know if he snowboards. I'd like to go snowboarding with Luke Cederman. He's probably, I wonder how famous he is in New Zealand.
I'd love to hear him just make fun of you the whole day on a snowboard slope.
Well, that's it.
This is cool. So Absinthe Films has now dropped the news that they are releasing a digital box set. This is sick. Okay, Absinthe Films teams up with Videographs to bring you a limited edition movie collection on a 32 gig flash drive. So it looks like a little mini VHS tape.
Oh, that's cool.
You pull it apart, and it's got a thumb drive in it, which is plug and play on modern TVs, any computer.
All the Absinthe movies?
Every Absinthe movie. We're talking about every radical snowboarder.
That's
Give me
sick.
some of the names that who are in like Absinthe Films. I mean, it's everybody, right?
Oh, Nicholas Mueller, DCP. I mean, those are two of the big ones that stand
Gigi
out to me.
Ruff.
Gigi Roof.
It's Gigi?
Travis Rice back in the day.
heard of
He
him.
he cut his teeth in the Absinthe Films. I mean, Justin Hoisnick and crew, they've like, you know, you think in terms of like there was like the Forum movies and there was the TB movies and MacDog. Absinthe kind of did it their own way. They spent a lot of time with writers from Europe and brought them in. Vole Nivelt, like just Josh Dirksen. There's so many great names that have had incredible parts in the Absinthe
Yeah,
Films.
you
This
think-
is really cool. I like this. Like
this
having
is physical.
yeah.
It's a physical thing, which is missing in a lot of action sports.
I think
A
that's cool.
physical, and it's a mini VHS tape. You pop it apart. It's got a flash drive in there. You can go to vgsnow.com. That's vgsnow.com. That's great. We'd love to hear that. Also, the new Last Resort with Stan is the best, especially the Todd Richards joke.
Yeah, you know,
How did that make you feel?
it made me feel great. I want to design a boot with New Balance. Heck yeah, is New Balance coming into the sport?
It's because you're from Massachusetts. New Balance is from Massachusetts, or is
They
it
are?
because
I think it was because I
He's-
was
'cause
old
you're
and
old
I had
head.
like a boot rant.
oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Or you're an old boot head.
Old boot head. We went to Mount Baldy on Friday, and let me tell you, the mountains in Southern California have closed, with the exception of Mount Baldy.
Okay.
Mount Baldy will be open on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, until they decide that they can't pull it anymore. But
Right.
Snow Summit closed down, so the Bear Mountain resorts are now closed. They shut down the weekend with the Boxzilla, which is the longest box setup.
What's that?
It's just a whole bunch of boxes put in a row, and these boxes basically you try to slide them.
Ooh.
And they're very long and they can hurt you.
Boxzilla.
But anyways, so Baldy is still open
Okay.
on the weekends, and I can tell you it was so fun. I went up there with a bunch of our friends, and we had a great time.
I love it.
And
I
I
love
think
to hear it.
I thought we were gonna go. Like, for some reason, I thought Baldy was open on Monday because Chris, I texted you this weekend. I put together these Hovland snow skates that have been sitting in my garage because I haven't had time to ride them.
Mine is still in my closet.
And I put them together, and I really wanted to go up and shred. But there's still, like, we're talking about places that are still open. Baldy's still open in Southern California. Mammoth is still open. Palisades and Tahoe is still open. I believe Kirkwood is still open. There are still some places to get after it. Mount Bachelor is still open. Mount Hood Meadows is still open.
What's harder?
What?
Snow skating or snow surfing?
Well, snow skating.
Is harder?
It's harder. But it's so fun, dude. It's like you love riding.
You don't need powder.
No, you love riding old school launch ramps, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's that.
Oh, sweet.
It's basically like you go launch ramping.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay. Do you have any other snowboarding news?
Not that I can think of right in this second, but maybe I will come up with something.
Okay. Well, Nerd News is brought to you by New Greens. Todd, the new Taylor Swift record dropped. I copped it immediately. I lose records right over here.
Did you?
Fortnite is the opening track.
Fortnite?
and It's not about Fortnite, though.
Is it about a fortnight, like how they used to say it in old speak?
It's Taylor Swift and
What is a
what's his face?
What is a fortnight?
It's like 2 weeks.
A fortnight is 2 weeks?
Yeah, but the record has people just crying.
Why is it like? Is it a breakup record?
It's always a breakup record with her, but it's great. I mean, if you like that, it's great.
Do you like that?
I listened to the premiere of it day of over FaceTime with a gal, and I had a great time.
Okay, that's
Because
weird.
I'm a grown up.
I don't know what that even
It's
means.
fine. It's great, and it's getting great reviews.
Is it?
Yeah, Post Malone is who's on Fortnite with Taylor Swift. I mean, some people don't like her for her politics, but you can't knock the work ethic. She just released a 4-record album.
Chris, did you happen
going
to
crazy.
see the new Deadpool versus Wolverine or Deadpool Wolverine trailer?
It's going to be insane.
It's going to be great. Wolverine is great. I think Logan was the last movie that we saw Wolverine in, and that
Real
was
dark.
That was like the serious dark
Yeah.
movie. Deadpool, you can't lose with that.
No.
So this is going to be great. The new Deadpool popcorn bucket is looking great. Did I show you
Can't
pictures of
wait.
that?
Yeah.
It's
So good.
yeah, it's going to be
Certified Fifi.
yeah, it's a Fifi bucket.
Fifi bucket. Also, we're same said Swiftie that I enjoyed the opening night of the Swift record with. We've been watching Fallout.
How good is it? It's
It's
really good. That's how you do it.
Insanely good.
That is how you do it.
So is the game Fallout? Have you ever played the game
Yeah,
Fallout?
yeah.
Is it as gnarly, graphic, sexual, and violent as the actual show is?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Dude, I gotta start playing this.
Well, you creep around and there's all kinds of stuff you can do.
I think Fallout right now is probably the best show on TV.
Pretty good.
Right
but
now.
but we're coming up into TV season, I call
What do
it.
you got? What do you got?
Well, coming into June, we got The Boys new season.
Okay, can't
We've
wait.
got The Acolyte, which is
What's
the
that?
new Star Wars one. About to go way back in time.
a lot of sci-fi happening.
Sci-fi, and then we've got the new new Umbrella Academy coming up. We've got the new Game of Thrones. The second season of House of the Dragon is
Okay.
coming.
I gotta catch up on that.
There is all kinds of shiitake coming at us this summer.
Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I feel like all these great shows. Why don't they come out in winter when you want to be inside watching TV?
No.
Anyway, Fallout is amazing. It's on Amazon. You should watch it. Any other nerd news you got for me?
No.
Okay. Well, let's go to questions. Questions brought to you by our friends at Sunbum. Todd is going to Mexico. He's going to be using this on his body. He's going to be using this on his face. And he's going to put Monday M.A.S.S stickers on his board because he's going on a surf trip.
Stop hitting the table. People don't like it when you hit the table.
Hi, people. Okay, here's a question.
What are the questions?
Board Yak says,
Yes.
what's the most you've been inspired from a random source? I got unexpectedly hyped to snowboard watching Laura Eniver's Ship Stearns edit. Damn, she's a boss. I fully agree. Laura Eniver is untouchable. You cannot, don't care who you are, you cannot disparage this young woman's talent because she is freaking gnarly and she's proven it time and time again. And I like that this guy who's a snowboarder, Board Yak, watched that and he's like, I'm going to go snowboarding.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was tight. Okay, Honolulu says, do surfers near the cut line do the math to figure out who they need to beat to get points and who could knock them out for a win, or do they just have a vague idea and focus on surfing their best?
I think they know exactly where they're at and exactly what they need to do, and that's why it gets so damn stressful.
They definitely know. They know all the scenarios. They know all the numbers. Most of them have coaches and team managers and stuff that break everything down. But then also they have those same coaches and team managers that tell them, do not think about the cut. Go out there and surf.
But yet, if you make
But they're human.
Yeah.
But if you lose, you're off. You know, it's interesting that I kind of just thought about this watching. Even when you see two surfers in the same heat that are homies on the land, I don't think nobody's talking to each other.
Well,
in the water.
Isn't that the thing that Kelly used to do? Like, he would talk to people in the water, and it would kind of like rattle them.
Is it that stressful that you can't like go to the person like, man, this is fun, are you having a good time?
I feel like the last time
are they talking more and we don't know?
They're probably talking more than we don't know, but also I feel like the last time that we really saw like camaraderie like that was almost like back when Kelly and Machado were just like out there sessioning at Pipe.
Well, I think that most of them are friends, and barring any language barrier, it's just weird to me that, you know, sometimes you see them when the heat's over, they're talking, congratulating each other, which I love to see that. But it is just strange to me that there's not more banter going on. I mean, maybe if it's like Griffin
if you're taking
Seth Moniz or like homies, and they're out there like, oh man, I just killed.
Like if you're like taking turns, like if it comes down to it, like you battled your way all the way up. Let's just say like at lowers, right?
Yeah,
a way that I can relate to. You battle your way through all these qualifying rounds. You finally make it. I mean, this is old school lowers. Like when it's like you've got to like battle through.
Yeah.
Not the cut. And you get into the lineup, and it's like head high, a little bit overhead, and it's just you're two people in this lineup.
Yeah.
And you guys are no one's really in the way of anybody else. There's no hassling.
Yep.
You're just trading waves.
Okay.
Like, don't you feel like that would like the pure joy of what you're doing and the pure joy of the feeling we all chase would take over? Or do you think it's still like, I want to lop your head off?
I think in certain cases, I'm sure that is the most stressful event of the year for half the tour. Margret River, just knowing the cut is happening. So I'm sure there's instances like at Pipeline when it's firing and both surfers getting barreled. So I think that's an interesting thing to talk about maybe when I go.
I think I would I would trip like if I was at a snowboard competition and it's like
someone's like, "Are you having fun, Todd?"
Well, no, it's like, I mean, I can remember like the jam formats that we used to have because we didn't get jam formats very much.
You didn't get jammed.
The jam formats we would have if it was like sunny out and we're all just like trying to get our runs in and everyone's just like happy.
Yeah, I like that. There's a question for you right there.
What does it say? How insane is it? Oh, okay. So Ivy Lamb asks, how insane is it that they have coaches now as opposed to 20 years ago? And I think it's
well, we're seeing better surfing.
We're seeing better surfing, but it is
and more of it.
It's unusual to see in all three sports.
Yeah.
That to see the coaches come in, but I also think that
there's skate coaches is probably the least of the coached group.
But I feel like we were at a point when these sports were starting to come up into in the beginning that there wasn't anyone that was qualified to be your coach, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like it just. But now, like, if you see someone on the sidelines of a snowboard halfpipe and it's Danny Cass coaching, you're like, hell yeah, that guy's got information to give.
Yeah.
Or JJ Thomas or whoever. It's because they've been in the same scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people. It doesn't bother me. Devin Curran says, there's still a bunch of snow here in Arizona. The mountain is going to stay open until May 5th. Come celebrate Cinco de Mayo and make some fun slushy turns. Where do people snowboard in Arizona? It's an underrated.
Flagstaff Snow Bowl.
Okay.
And that's a really, really cool place to snowboard. Snow Bowl is amazing.
Yeah. Matt Allen, Skateboards and Nature, says, any good book recommendations? Yes. The new Don Winslow, the last of the trilogy, City in Ruins. Oh, my God. You want to talk about sprawling.
I haven't read a book in so long.
City in Ruins,
it's
Don
terrible.
Winslow. Hell yes.
Dragons?
There's no dragons, but there's murder. There's fighting. Aaron Checkwood says, happy Girth Day. And I think that's all the questions we have, to be honest. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
great show.
that was a really,
I feel
really
like-
great show.
You know what? I feel like we help people financially, and we also help people in the environmental way. Like, we are environmental financial wizards.
What's the best financial advice you've ever gotten from somebody? Like, for real. You ever gotten any good advice?
Don't pay off your credit cards on time.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty simple. I'm not the person. I'm poor.
I remember hearing a
I'm
long,
poor. I
long
have
time
no financial
ago
advice.
that was like someone told me never look at a car as, because people used to say, yeah, you're an invest in a car.
Mm-hmm.
Never consider a car an investment.
Right.
It's a depreciating asset.
Yeah. Use socks instead of tissues.
What?
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 It's financial advice.
And also, this one is a great financial advice to all my snowboard friends and skateboard and surf friends out there. And this is by Wendy Powell Brownlee. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
She says, display your sponsor items clearly. That is some solid financial advice.
And also, if you have a podcast, get 50 sponsors.
So, like, if 25 of them drop out, you still have half.
Right.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
We are going to go now because we have
What a show.
lots of shit to do, and we'll see you guys later.
We're going to go clean up the earth.
Ah.